Where my people at? Where my people at? Where my people at? Listen, y'all. I want to talk to my people that got a child that is an adult and has been diagnosed with a mental health diagnosis. Okay? Listen, this 1963 Community Mental Health Act is setting our families up for disaster, right? A recipe of disaster to take our loved ones out of here, because the average person that have a mental health diagnosis is not tapping into the young folks are not tapping into the fact that they need to take psychotropic meds. Okay, let's talk about psychotropic meds. Okay, if you are a person or you know somebody that is supposed to take psychotropic meds and they don't take the psychotropic meds, evidently the meds are making them feel some kind of way. Okay, these meds are like a birth control pill for a woman. You have to keep trying the right pills until you find the pill that works for you as an individual. Okay, and if you don't find the pill that works for you as an individual, then you need to find some all natural herbs that helps whatever type of issue it is that you have, that can help you keep your mental health in line. What's happening is people are not taking the psychotropic meds. They're not taking all natural herbs that help whatever issue it is that they have, and their mental health is off balance because they are suppressing a issue that needs medication with recreational drugs. They smoking weed. They doing whatever it is, whatever type of drug it is that they like to indulge in to help this pain that they think that it is taken care of. They're doing drugs to suppress this mental health issue. Now, what we need to do, people, is stop worrying about what people are labeling you or your child as, and tap into this link so that you, as a person, can get your child the proper help that they need, or yourself. Like, be okay with having the mental health, because it's not the end of the world. Like, you have to come as you are with whatever it is you have. Look, ain't nobody on this world. We are nobody in this world perfect people. We are in. This is an imperfect world. Okay, we are imperfect people. We try to strive to be the best version of us that we can possibly be, but you have to tap into your mental health. People are losing their lives, whether it be the person that has a mental illness, they are a threat to themselves or they're a threat to others. We have to stand as a community or a body of people to seek change in our communities where it comes to this mental health issue. Now, I know that throughout the world that we live in, our government has changed having mental health facilities that would house these individuals that needed 24-hour care. They've closed these facilities down, and they want you as a person to take your mental health into your own hands and tap into getting the proper resources that are out here in the community. Now, I know that that's a big thing, or it's a hard thing to do, is to go and to seek help in the community, because you scared that you gonna see somebody you know and you don't want to be labeled as crazy. Because you have a mental health issue, it doesn't label you as crazy. You crazy if you don't go and tap into getting your mental health checked into, right? Meaning getting the proper medication that you need to keep your mental health issue in line. We have to take advantage of these resources out here. You can no longer not treat your mental health diagnosis, because if your mental health diagnosis goes untreated, you are a ticking time bomb that may explode and hurt yourself, or you may explode and hurt somebody else that you love, that you don't want to hurt, but because you are not thinking properly, you are reacting to a manic episode attack that is taking place in your mind, in your body, in you, right? Because you are unstable. Okay? We have to listen, parents, we have to go through the proper channels to get our children the help that they need, because this thing is real and raw, and you can no longer push it under the rug. You don't want people to judge you, but let me tell you something. They're going to judge you if you don't get your child the help and your child get out here and hurt somebody. They're going to judge you if you get your child some help. So you can't get around being judged because you got a child with a mental health issue. But what you can do is say, I don't care what a person think about me. I'm going to get my child the help that they need. It is not an embarrassment. It should not be an embarrassment. It should not be you worried about what people were saying. It should not be that you're in denial that your child got an issue. It's okay. It's not okay if you don't get your child the help that they need. Too many families are losing loved ones because of mental health issues being diagnosed. We put in our communities, the African American community, we put our family out on the street. Let the streets deal with it, with this child. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. I don't have the resources. I don't. It ain't no more I don't. Because at the end of the day, God said it's a resource right here. He sent me to be that vessel to help you to navigate through the system of how to get your child the proper help that you need. Let me tell y'all something. Jail ain't helping your child's mental health issues. Locking somebody up in an institution that they have to follow rules to be able to tap into their mental health issue, it doesn't help the individual that is sick, okay, or that needs the proper medication. It don't help. We got to do something different. Now, as a person that you have as a parent or a person that knows somebody that have a mental health diagnosis, you can't lock these people up because it doesn't help the situation. First of all, they're not even thinking properly for the whatever took place that put them in jail. That's first and foremost. Second of all, they can't even follow a regimen to go and get their medication. So if they can't follow a regimen to go get their medication, how can they follow a regimen of the order that you have to follow in jail? They'll be in the hole every other day because they need more than a jail, a prison cell to help them. These people need the proper medication. Now, as a culture of people, we need to stand for something, and we need to get our children the help that they need, or our family members the help that they need, that is seeking help that has this mental health issue. When you see them having these manic episodes, attacks, they are seeking help and don't know how to tell you that I don't feel like myself. I need some help. What are we going to do as a body of people? Now, let me just read something that God put on my heart to tell you guys. God says, come over here, child, and let me clean you up. When we try to do it ourselves, we just make more work for him. Now, Hazel Bishop Waters wrote that. And here's the thing with that. As a person, we have to come as we are. Whether we together or not, God will do the work, but you have to do the work. You have to do the work to take your child to the proper facility, the community resource facility, to be able to get the proper medication and talk to this proper therapist. And let me just tell y'all something. These people, these loved ones that you have that battle and struggle with a mental health diagnosis, you better know that it ain't something that they just want to do. It was something traumatic that happened in their life, whether it was they lost a parent, whether it was them something happening to them, somebody hurt them in some kind of way as a kid. It was something that caused them a traumatic experience. You see these people out here that's on drugs and they out here, they got a mental health issue. It could have been them losing their job. Life happens all the time to us as people, and only the strong people survive. And if you are a person that have battled with the mental health condition, maybe you wasn't so strong to get over whatever took place. But that means that you need some extensive counseling. You need an outlet to talk to somebody. You need the proper psychotropic meds to stabilize your mental health issue. We as people, or African American people, we have to stop thinking that because we go and get therapy, it's something wrong with us. No, how about I just had a big hell of a challenge that I can't handle because it's too much for me to handle on my own, and I just need somebody to talk to help me process what I'm going through. Like, let's make this make sense. As a culture, a body of people, stop worrying about what somebody think and do what you need to do to get your child the help that they need. I'm going to leave y'all with this. This is a situation that I talked to somebody about. A few weeks ago, I met an amazing lady. And I wasn't even going to talk to this. I wasn't going to even, I ain't going to say I wasn't going to talk to this lady, but I wasn't going to walk around the room and just, network and things of that nature. But God sent me around this room to talk to the people. Well, this nice, amazing woman that I came across, she shared her testimony with me. And this woman's testimony it was a lot, but it was necessary because it let me know the importance of what our people in the community is dealing with, and we don't know the avenues to take. Well, this lady shared with me, and she said that she had a child, and her child had a mental health diagnosis. And she has tried everything that she knew to do to get her child the help that he needed for his mental health diagnosis. Well, he had psychotropic meds and everything, but he refused to take them. And she's put him in his own place. She's tried everything. Well, from her putting him in his own place, he burns the house down. On top of burns the house down, he winds up getting locked up. Now, the police, when she called for help from the police, she can't get help. But when her son made a mistake because he has this mental health diagnosis and he burns the house down, the police everywhere trying to prosecute him and put him in jail because they feel like he is a menace to society, right? He's only a menace to society because he has this mental health diagnosis and it is not being properly addressed with the proper psychotropic meds that he needs to stabilize him, right? And so, long story short, after talking to the woman and coaching her and, all of these things, she found out that she needed me and the resources that I could help her with, right? And she said, wow, I wish that I met you a year ago when my child first got locked up. Now he's going back and forth. He goes before the judge to try to get released or to see if they're going to take his situation to a trial or what have you. And he's really not stable enough to even deal with any of this. But because the police is trying to put these false allegations on him, he's having to deal with this issue, right? So the whole moral of what I am saying is this. If you a person and you listen to this message, don't allow your loved one to get to this point where they do something negative that is going to reflect their lives for the rest of their life, okay? If you know that your child have a mental health diagnosis, I am asking you as a person to tap into this link below and please allow me to coach you for free on how to get the proper results that you need for your child's mental health diagnosis. I will walk you through the whole recipe of what to do to get help, okay? The right way, the proper way. But you cannot feel embarrassed. You cannot feel that this thing is not, nothing is going to work. I've tried everything. You cannot feel that way. You have to have confidence and you have to believe that you have came across the right person to help you with this situation. It is, this thing here has to stop because our community, we're losing loved ones because of this thing. And it is so many people that will not tap into it. It's like, okay, as long as my kid that had this mental health diagnosis, they in the room, they stay to themselves, they ain't causing no problems out here in the rest of the house, they all right. As long as they don't go outside, they all right. Listen, your child could be right there in their room, and they could be depressed as ever, thinking suicidal thoughts or thinking thoughts to kill the whole house, and you think that it's okay because the child haven't came out of the room or doing nothing. But you don't know what's going on in their mind. So I challenge you today to take me up on tapping into the resources below, because this Community Mental Health Act 1963 is not working for our families, not in the African American culture, because we don't believe in therapy. We don't believe in psychotropic meds. We don't believe in mental health issues. When all of these things exist, and that to some extent we as a body of people have to take control over our children's lives or our lives and tap into getting the proper mental health medication that we need. This thing real and raw. So I don't know who needed to hear this, but I hope that this video reaches the right people so that you guys can take advantage of getting the proper resources. Allow me to coach you on the process of what you need to do to rectify this thing and have control to get your child the proper the proper resources that they need. I know that grown children will be resistant to taking, admitting or taking the medication that they need. But here's the thing, it has to end, because if it don't, somebody gonna lose their life. Something bad is bound to happen eventually. If you have a sick child in your home or out there on the streets, they don't have to be necessarily in your home. If they out there in the streets, either they could do harm to themselves or somebody could do harm to them because they feel like your child is going to hurt them. Now, if you're not a professional that knows that these kids or these adults then went through childhood trauma or some type of trauma somewhere in their life that has caused this thing to take place in their life, or some of us are born with the mental health issue. Whatever it is, it needs to be addressed. It doesn't matter if you're born with it or if it's just something that has happened. If it's genetics, you got to tap into it, because that means it stemmed from your childhood. And it ain't going away. It ain't gonna never go away, but what you can do is keep it under control. Let's keep it balanced. Let's know how to tap into when my mental health is not okay, and be okay with it not okay. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I'm not gonna talk any much longer, but I hope that something I said resonate with you guys, because this thing is real, it is raw, and it is affecting families and lives of people, innocent people. Innocent people are being hurt because your child has a mental health diagnosis. Let's end it today. I thank you guys for listening to this message. I ask that you please share, like, and subscribe. Please share this message with everybody you know, because we all at some point or another have someone in our immediate family or someone in our family that has somebody in their household with a mental health diagnosis. I thank you guys for listening to this message, and I just thank you guys for just taking the time out to tap into the resources that is available to you for free. I love y'all, and peace.